Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 32 of Stellaris. We are at that kind of midpoint of the game where there isn't really an awful lot to do. Alliances are... oh, excuse my voice there. Alliances are actually starting to form and we're just sort of taking our time to work out what we are going to do. And I just don't want to sort of attack somebody that I don't have a chance of really dealing with. So we are going to be careful with what we're doing here. We are going to be building some stuff on these planets. Looks like they've already got their own construction ship doing stuff anyway, but we will help them out. So we'll build them some research stations. The Githian has finished its survey on that planet, or that system, which is good. There's some alien pets there, but I really, really don't want to be that close to the Fallen Empire, if I'm perfectly honest. I can't remember what these guys have a problem with. Oh, their problem is with people researching what they consider to be dangerous techs. There was a list somewhere of what they were, and I can't remember what it was. But yes, okay. Well, I haven't seen this before. Ongoing research lacks a scientist. All right, we've pulled a scientist into. Oh wow, look how much our naval capacity has just dropped dramatically. We've just gone way over our naval capacity. We'll have to sort that out. Not too sure why that happened. It must have been... we must have been getting some sort of boost from our existing governor to increase the fleet size. So we need a scientist. We do have a spare one. What is the research that we have ongoing? It's research that requires... oh, we don't have any research there. This is Voidcraft. Do we have anyone who specialises in Voidcraft? We do not. We'll just put you in there so we've got somebody in. We've got a new research to start here. We could colonise ocean worlds. Not a terrible idea. Leader enhancement, selected lineages, rare technology. Careful reproductive planning should be incentivised, lest we waste valuable genetic legacies. Okay, let's go ahead and see how that works out. So now we're losing a lot of money. We're over our fleet limit. We could, and probably should, go and enact the Grand Fleet. Costs us 1.7 monthly influence cost. Which is very, very expensive, but it would allow us to really increase our fleet size. So let's go ahead and activate that. So we're not making a huge amount of influence at the moment. But that does really increase the size of the available fleet. Now, how can we make more influence? Well, we could certainly get rid of some outposts. We could go ahead and give this outpost to this sector. And unfortunately, they don't link up. So unless we were willing to go and like grab another planet and try and link them all together, it might be difficult. There's a tropical world here, which we could potentially go and colonize. And give that to these guys up here. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another... we'll do it on Schlurg. And we'll go and build ourselves a colony ship. And we want the ones that are individualistic fanatics. I mean, we could try and change them. And change our policies, but I don't think we need to. So, David Zane has been made into our new leader. Our squadrons should definitely merge together. Got a construction ship doing nothing, that is fine. Now, which leader are you using? The engineer, that's fine. The survey of Dradim 4 has revealed that certain regions of the planet are home to a primitive alien proto-civilization. Our probes show that their Neolithic culture has mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language, but we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communication. Okay, not really bothered about that. So we're back into making positive income again in terms of energy credits. Not an awful lot. It's only because our fleet is docked up. Now, it might be possible that I do actually have a chance of going against the combined Rixie planet, simply because we do have an ally and we do have a vassal. But at the same time, do these guys actually have any allies? That's just an embassy. I don't think they have an alliance. It'd be nice if we weren't equivalent in terms of technology and fleet power and fleet size. I'd feel that we had a much better chance of beating them up if that was the case. A war has been declared between the Quaverian Star Domination and the Interstellar Quaverian Foundation. So that's the Quaverian Star Domination. Where's the Interstellar Quaverian Foundation? Oh, they're right sort of... Oh, they're buried in the middle of them. Yeah, they're going to get wrecked. So that's bad news for them. So obviously we still have this this sector up here, which is quite small. Maybe we want to go and grab this planet. What do we have here? This is a desert world, a size 14 desert world, which is not a bad thing. We could sort of block the humans in a little bit there and use them as a bit of a buffer. And we can give it to this system and spread this system out. That's not a terrible idea. Our systems are actually getting quite close together. We could start merging some into one. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead. Let's go on to that world, actually. And we will... There's quite a few things we could get at Spaceport here. But let's go ahead and get ourselves another colony ship. Obviously, colonies are expensive, but that is fine. You're xenophobes. We've actually got xenophobes on some of these ones. Well, we don't want you guys. We'd like the... We don't really need the science output. Let's go ahead and go for these guys. Now then, do we want to build anything else here that could potentially help? I think it's going to really give us a lot of power. Beryllium power plant. Oh, the beryllium plant. Yeah, we don't really need any of these. Fine, we'll leave as is. System is surveyed. The science is complete. Cruiser assembly yards. Fortresses. Ship hull points plus 5%. Yes, please. That can never be a bad thing. You have arrived down here. And I think you're about done because they're already building. So let's just send you to somewhere probably a little bit safer. So just move up there. And we have the Githian. You're definitely getting these surveys done. So providing there's no space nasties on this one, because this will be a real bottleneck if we can't get there. Although that said, I am looking at the hyperspace lanes. Maybe we could just jump straight to this system if there were some space nasties there. But we do need to start sort of trying to uncover the rest of the galaxy. Although we are pretty much stuck in this corner now. We can't really go much further once we've dealt with this little group of star systems. So we'll have to think about... bringing back our science ships and maybe supporting some research elsewhere with them. So yeah, we are going to have a couple of colonies going. That is going to cost us some energy credits. And we are still building up the fleet. We've almost got one of those colonial ships done. So we were doing 2 for a reason. We've got some governors leveling up. So there's the first colony ship. You are going to come over to this system here. We're going to go and grab... Oh, we don't have tropical colonization, so we can't do that one. Ah, that's a problem. Yeah, it does not have tropical colonization. What's this one? This is a desert world. Well, we could definitely go and colonize that. We want to try and block off the north and the south here. And the main reason of doing that was to try and give the all these to a sector. Can we get tropical colonization, and how long would it take? Is it under society? I can never remember. Got ocean, but not tropical. No, we'll carry on with that. That's going to be problematic. In which case, I am going to go and send this one over to that planet instead. Where are we? Colony ship. I'd like you to move there. And that other colony ship that we are working on, I'm going to go and cancel it. There we go. We'll have to sort that one out later, because we can't really afford to have too many colony ships going anyway. Yes, I know we've got inactive buildings, but your population is growing. Their happiness isn't particularly great. Why is your happiness so low when the habitability is 90%? There's obviously something that's making you guys unhappy. Let's go and upgrade the power plants, though. We can also go and upgrade the food buildings. Although we're still in negative power, which doesn't help. Should be fine. Resource storage full. We are maxed out on our minerals. We could probably trade with somebody, actually. Let's go ahead and have a little word with our ally. They're actually inferior to us. Not necessarily the best people to be in an alliance with. I want to offer you a trade deal, though. I have a lot of minerals. If you would accept an instant transfer of, say, maybe several hundred or 1,000 for an instant transfer of energy credits, maybe. I don't want to go way over the top because I've got a capacity myself. So, how much of this do we need to drop down for you to actually consider it to be a good thing? That much. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Our storage capacity is 4,500, so that should put us right up near our cap, a little bit below. So that's fine. I mean, we're only wasting minerals that we can't use because they're over the cap. Now, these guys up here, these guys they're equivalent and hostile. We'll never be friends with them. It would be nice if we could get these guys on our side. I'd sooner have them in the alliance if it were possible. They are wary of us. We do have an embassy. Border friction is obviously causing some problems here. They wouldn't come into the alliance. There's a lot of reasons why. So I think we probably will have to try and wipe them out. I mean, what do they have at the moment? They do have 11 planets. 155 population. Can we tell what we have? I can never remember. Look at our ruler's trait here. Yeah, nervous. That's why David Zane is nervous. So we get minus 20% to the naval capacity for having him there. We could spend 250 influence and have an emergency election. We could go ahead and do that if we wanted to. But he does have cheaper Corvette build cost. How many people do we have? 148 pops over 11 worlds. So we're about the same. We are really equivalent. We have the same number of worlds. We've got our colony ship. Let's go and get that sorted out as quickly as possible so we're not wasting wasting time. We do have these guys. Oh, these are the humans. The humans are actually building on this world now. So the humans have actually grabbed this planet, have they? Interesting. Well, I can still build there. Was it this planet we were looking at? Yeah, so what we want to do is go and colonize this planet. Oh, we can't do that. Why not? Lies within the United Human Systems space. So you've gone and grabbed that one, have you? Interesting. Interesting. That's an Arctic world. We definitely don't want that one. Tropical. All of the good spots I had potentially for grabbing are no longer all that good. What have we got here? That's a desert world. That is an Arctic world. We could try and grab this desert world and link up some of our territory. It's only a size 12. Which is not ideal. But we could go ahead and give it to these guys anyway. I think I will do it. I think we will go over and grab the desert world. Because we don't want to have this colony ship lying around for a long time. Eventually we will integrate the humans. Are these guys still sort of like disloyal? Yeah, they are disloyal. They're disloyal and pathetic. I think what we might end up doing is just... well, we can't declare war on them. Cannot declare war on your own subjects. We could integrate them. How long would that take? It would cost us 190 influence at the rate of 3 influence per month. Let's go ahead and start integrating these guys. Because obviously they're just eating up valuable space right now. Will give us borders with a few more people, but I think we will be fine. You have arrived where I wanted you to. And we want you to go and colonize over here. And none of these tiles are particularly good tiles for you guys to go, if I'm honest. So you'll just have to go there. Another system survey is completed. Let's get the Githian off to the next system. So we're having a good look around space as it is. So we're actually losing influence per month now, which we kind of expected to happen. I do really want to try and get rid of some of these outposts. In fact, do I have any frontier outposts that I could get rid of? I'm not paying for any of these ones because they're in a sector. So do I have any frontier outposts in my own back garden? Well, I do have this frontier outpost here, which I would like to get rid of, but I feel if I get rid of it, I wouldn't have enough reach. This is one thing they really need to do. They really need to show you how much space or how much area you get from having control over a planet. Because if I get rid of this frontier outpost, will I still have the influence on these systems? And I really, really cannot tell. Another civilization encountered. Well, we're not too bothered about these at the moment. We do have ourselves a frontier outpost up here, although I'm guessing we probably need to keep that one if we want to hang on to these planets, although I could get rid of it potentially. There's two Arctic worlds there, so we're not going to colonize either of those. There is a desert world there that we could potentially colonize. Again, not certain if we need to. Just trying to make sure that any frontier outposts that I have are owned by sectors. Still got some special projects over there. We've got a system here that is within the sector's borders. So let's go ahead and add that to the sector. Again, it does cost us more influence, but that is fine. Research is completed, so we've got this thing now. So what's our next options? Plus 10% naval capacity, minus 10% resettlement cost, colonize Arctic world. Some of these are still quite cheap. Although we're really not going to like Arctic worlds, even if we can colonize them. Our army upkeep is relatively cheap. Let's go for the extra naval capacity, and then we can turn that edict off, which will make life a lot cheaper for us. But I'm just trying to work out, really, if there's anything that I can do to try and sort of push these borders back a little. Really like to sort of maybe we do colonize this desert world over here and push their borders back a little bit. Or I could just integrate these guys, which would also help. Of course, if I do colonize this world, then I'm going to be over my planet limit again, which would mean giving something else away. So neither of it is particularly good, but at least we're getting through these system surveys very, very quickly. So let's go over and try and survey this one if we can. Do I have any other edicts turned on that we could turn off? Doesn't look like it. The Grand Fleet is a very, very expensive one. I would like to be able to turn that off. We need more people that we can get into our alliance, really. What about you guys? You are equivalent yet wary. We do have... Oh, you're a member of the Galactic League, are you? So you wouldn't come into an alliance.
Colony established.
There's the colony done. Now we're over our planet limit again. You are the desert world. Where are you? You are this one. So we want to give you to one of these sectors. We will start spending... We'll spend some of my money to clear these for them. Just to help them get a head start. And this is Tugum. So if we go and manage sector here, we need to do that. We can give you that system. That's quite a nice system there, actually. I'd like to take the resources from that. I don't think I'll give that one to the sector. What we could do is join some of these sectors together. But I don't think we will. I think I'll give you that for the time being. And possibly even give you that. So now, if you look now, our three sectors are all touching one another. But that's fine, I think. We're sort of hiding behind our sectors. Let's go ahead and finish that system there. So, what I just noticed is we've got a free construction ship here, and we have some things we could go and connect up. So we certainly want to go and get mining station there. That'll give us some extra energy credits. And we can then... not giving me the option to do that, is it? And then build mining stations there. Why wouldn't it let me build anything there? It's within my territory. Okay, we'll see what happens. So, are we still building ships? We have finished building ships. We should carry on building ships. Let us go and... what's going on there? It's like saying that we don't have full hit points, but we should do. Let's go and get another 5 corvettes. And we'll get ourselves... How many corvettes do we have? 65. 6 cruisers, so let's get another 4 cruisers. And let's get... How many battleships do we have? 7. Let's get another 3 battleships. They'll take forever, but that's fine. We're not going to war just yet. So we've got a lot of nice planets here that we can try and scrape together. Still losing this influence. Some of that is because we're in an alliance, but the alliance that we're in is pretty poor. These guys are very pathetic. So I'm not necessarily sure being in an alliance with them would help. We could leave this alliance. Alliance members' opinion of us by -40. I'm going to go ahead and leave that alliance. They're so weak, I don't see any point in being in an alliance with them. So who has an alliance that we could potentially get into? It's always worth trying to find somebody large that may have an alliance. You're equivalent and neutral. You're not even at peace. So ideally we want to try and find people who have the same sort of traits as us. They're more likely to want to get into an alliance. You wouldn't come into the alliance. Differing war philosophy. It's very, very difficult to get people to join into alliances with you in this game, and I believe that is something they are looking at addressing in one of the patches. You guys are cordial. You are -104. Because you're xenophobic isolationists, so you're never going to say yes. Getting work done down here, of course. Let's go and start working this way. Might be able to see a little bit more of the Fallen Empire's space if we do that. We do have a potential rebellion here, or what do they call it, a faction. These are the guys that were an alien race who we sort of enslaved. We can try and manage this faction. We don't want them to be independent. I don't think we need to do an awful lot to worry about them right now. I think things will get better. We have negative balance. That's usually the case. Inactive buildings. That's also a problem. Yeah, so you guys are the ones on this planet down here, I believe. Can we even see the world? Surface. Yep, you guys aren't happy, so you're not producing an awful lot. You're also unemployed. And as you can see, this planet is now being populated by our own people as well as theirs. I'm not sure that they can migrate. I think we've got free migration turned on. Let me just double check that. Yeah, free migration, so they could move to our world if they wanted to, but they're just really, really unhappy. Are there any buildings we could build to improve happiness? No, we can't build buildings on this system because it's not ours. It belongs to a sector. So the sector kind of have to deal with that. They may attempt to rebel themselves, but let's be honest, if they do rebel, we can put that down quite easily. So I'm not bothered about that at this stage of the game. And it would be nice if we could find someone relatively powerful to get into alliance. Now, if you guys didn't hate me... Now, why do you hate me? Is it just because we are... Border friction is always going to be a problem. Yeah, don't like the fact that materialists... evangelizing zealots. Yeah, we'll never be friends with those guys. We need somebody big. What about this stellar conglomerate? These guys look quite... they don't particularly like me either. Individualist rabble and repugnant. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to get an alliance in this game. So you often feel like you're in a little bit of a stalemate. And it's like, well, what am I supposed to do then? Now, you guys are equivalent. You are... Yeah, you're at war. I could establish an embassy with you, I suppose. Where do I have an embassy? I want to recall one. Do I have an embassy with you? No. Do I have an embassy with you? Yes. But you're never going to join the alliance anyway because... Yeah, you're never going to join the alliance. So let's recall our embassy from you. And we will send it up to this nation of Feris, because they look quite huge. So we'll try and suck up to them if we can. Got a science done. Ship hull points plus 5% is very nice. Improved strike craft. Superfluid materials. Get some more tech out of that. Let's go for the space torpedoes. We are still losing energy credits. Why are we losing so much? Is it all ship maintenance, station maintenance? We don't have a colony going anymore, do we? I don't think we actually have any colonies, so I'm not too sure why they're all going down. You're migrating out. Why? Why are you migrating? Why can't you just continue working these tiles? They're going to run out of planets they can migrate to anyway, so it's not like all of your population can eventually leave. There should be surplus food here, yeah. So not too sure why that is happening. And again, we can upgrade these buildings, so we probably should. Definitely want to get these power plants. Do we not have a power plant there at all? We can just put a droid there. Well, that's pointless because you get penalty for having droids working power plants because they use power themselves. But anyway, I think that is a good point to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Stellaris. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.